Businesses and organizations need ways to store documents and other types of digital resources online and to make them easily available to employees and to clients and customers. The Document Library Pro plugin from Barn 2 lets you store any type of document or digital resource and make it available online in a searchable, sortable directory with filters. It's easy for you to add documents either individually or in bulk, and easy for your users to find them. You can use it to create a document library, resource directory, audio directory, video directory, whatever you need for your business or organization. The document library can be added to any WordPress website. If you're already using WordPress for your main company website, that's great, and you can add a public or private document library to it. If you're not using WordPress, that's fine too. Just refer to the written tutorial linked to in the video description below to get started. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the plugin to import documents and display them on your website. There's also a link in the description below to a written tutorial that shows you tips on how to restrict access to documents. For example, if you don't want your document library to be available to the public. So let's begin by installing the Barn 2 plugin Document Library Pro. So I'm going to go to the Admin and then to Plugins, Add New, and install the Document Library Pro plugin. Just upload the plugin zip file, and if you need a link to where to get the plugin, you'll find it in the description below. Once it's loaded, activate it, head to the plugin settings, and then just enter your license key, activate, and we're good to go. If I click on the Document Libraries tab here, you'll see the settings for Document Library Pro, where we can control what information is displayed in our library and how it's going to look. The Document Library page is where you can select the page for your document library, and the library listing will be created automatically on this selected page. In the Columns option, we can display any fields of information from our documents, and you can see we currently have this set to display title, content, file size, and the link to the document. But you can also have columns for categories, tags, image, author, excerpt, and any custom fields or taxonomy you set up. In the link section here, we can control how our links to the documents and resources display. We can control the link style here, the link text, and what happens when the link is clicked. We also have controls for how our library is sorted, filtered, and searched. And right at the bottom here, we can save any changes we make so they take effect. Let's start creating our document library by creating some categories. To do this, I'm going to go to Documents here, then click Categories, and I'm going to add one called Meetings. And I'll enter the slug for it here, so this is just the URL-friendly version of the name. This is the first category, and so there's no parent available, but this is going to be a top-level category anyway. And then click Add New Category, and we can see our new category listed over here. Okay, I'm going to add another category, and I want this one to be a subcategory of our Meetings category. So this one is going to be called Agendas, and I'll put Agendas in the slug. And then in Parent here, I'm going to choose Meetings, and then add this new subcategory, and you can see it in the list here. And we can see this one is a subcategory of our Meetings category. Okay, I'm just going to add a few more categories, and then we're going to start adding documents to our library. At the moment, if I go to our live document library page, we'll see this. And it's empty because I haven't added any documents yet. Remember, the default document library page is set in the plugin settings here. But you can add a document library to any part of your website with the shortcode. So, to add documents to our library, I'm going to go to Documents in the admin here, then Add New. Okay, and I can add my document title here, perhaps just a friendly name of the document file name. Any content can go here, and we can add media in this section too, for example, a picture. the excerpt can go here, and this is just a summary of the document. We can add the document to any categories or tags over here. And then you'll see right at the top we have a section called Document Link, and this is where we can either upload a file or provide the URL to an externally hosted file, for example, a file on Dropbox or Office 365. If you can't see Document Link, just check your screen options here and make sure Document Link is checked. Okay, I'm going to make my document link to a file I already have in my media. So I'm going to choose File Upload, and you can upload a new file here, or as I'm going to do, choose one I already have in my media uploads, and then add the file. And you can see now the file is very helpfully listed in the document link section here. I can publish the document now, and it will be imported into our document library. So if I now go to Documents in the admin, we'll see it listed. And you can see I didn't enter any categories or tags for it yet. And if I refresh my main document library page, there it is. You can also add documents to the library in bulk, and there are two ways to do this. Go to Documents in the admin, and then choose Import. From here, we can either drag files into this drag and drop area, or just select files in the normal way. And the other way, which is great if you have lots of files to import into your document library, is by uploading a CSV file, which is what I'm going to do. You'll find details on how to create your CSV file in the written tutorial. A link to this is in the description below. So I'm going to choose my CSV file to import, and here I need to make sure the fields are mapped correctly, and I can see that they are. And then once I'm happy with that, run the importer. And now we've imported our files into our document library. Let's go back to our main document library page, the one we selected here in the plugin settings. Remember, the document library listing will automatically be created on the page we select here. And if you want to display different documents elsewhere in your website, then you can do that using a shortcode. So let's refresh our document library page. And there, now we've imported all our files, all our documents are now available in the document library, ready to be viewed and downloaded. Now, a really neat way to display the document library listing is with the Folders option. So, if we go back into our plugin settings, and let's enable this option here, Display the document library in folders. Now, let's save the settings, and then if I refresh our library page again, there you can now see our library is neatly contained in folders of categories. And by clicking this one here, Meetings, we can display the contents, making it really easy to navigate through the library. Okay, so that's been a look at how to create a WordPress document library using the Barn2 plugin Document Library Pro. It really does make document management easy and means staff and customers can find files fast, saving time. To get a copy of the plugin, see the link in the description below, where you'll also find a link to a step-by-step written tutorial as well. Thanks for watching.